Hey there folks, Lenny Rudo here, and you know, we've looked at a lot of boats together, people. We've looked at a lot of boats through the years. Today is an unusual day. Today we are looking at a one-of-a-kind boat. This is the Weaver 41. The first and most important thing you need to know about this boat is the fact that it was not born in a fiberglass mold. This is a cold molded boat. That means double planked Okumi is encapsulated in fiberglass plus Kevlar on the bottom of the hull. And what this means is the boat is much lighter than normal. It rides differently. It just feels different going through the waves than a regular molded fiberglass boat does. And importantly, it also means it's very customizable. For example, I'm sitting on the live well right here. Well, if I don't want the live well centered on the transom, it doesn't have to be. Weaver can build it, say, in a corner. It also means that when this boat is built, these people sweat the details. Look, for example, at the transom seat. It's nice, it's clean. All I have to do is grab a handle and pull, and right there, I've got a jump seat. It also means you can get this boat just as fishy as you want it. You got the live well. Heck, you've got 3 flush gunnel holders, and up top, 6 rocket launchers, plus a spreader light and tackle stowage in the leaning post. And after you catch all those fish, you're going to have plenty of room in the fish box. Now, all kidding aside, people, we need to take a closer look at this hatch because look at how it's beautifully finished on the bottom. It's all composites inside, so it's light, but it's stiff and strong. It's gasketed. There's a gutter around the hatch, and it comes up on a gas assist strut. Hatches just don't get any better than that. And yes, this boat does carry a seakeeper. You've got more storage built into the aft seat here, but this is really nifty. When you pop it up, look at that, a Yeti. Here at the helm, between the teak helm pod and these seats, my goodness, it's just a work of art. Now, again, since this is a custom boat, you can have whatever electronics you would like, but as you can see, there's room for plenty of them. You might also notice we've got a bow thruster here. Now, I've been told that those triple Suzuki 350s spinning those big twin props, the joystick works just fine. You hardly even need to touch that thing. We'll find out in just a little bit. Okay, you've been out on the ocean for hours. You've caught tons and tons of fish. You want to relax? Well, this is the spot. Oh yeah, more boat to check out. And up here in the bow, under these seats, you do have plenty of storage. Of course, I know what you're dying for, people. I am too. Let's go for a ride. Are you ready, folks? Are you ready? Are you ready? Yes. Here we go. So what you see right here, people, is a little bit of an occupational hazard. We have no seas. It's a calm day, and I really want to see how this boat handles waves. So I'm going to do a bunch of zigzags, and then we're going to run full tilt right back through the waves we're making. Well, as you can see, the waves we've made have very little effect on this boat. At a 4,500 RPM cruise right now, we're doing in the low to mid 40s. Plenty of pep left over. Running full tilt on calm water with a half load of fuel and 3 people aboard, we ran in the mid to upper 50s. This is a joystick boat. You expect that, right? And it makes it really easy to maneuver around the docks. But there's actually one little difference between the way it works on this boat and the way it does on most other boats you might get on, and that is reversing. We can kick this boat around, and let's say we're 50 miles offshore, we hook up a white, we want to chase it down, we can go backwards really, really fast and have pretty tremendous control while we do so. We've got the man himself, Jim Weaver, the guy who builds these boats. Jim, tell me something. I am so curious about this. You know, you built a lot of big, beautiful boats that travel all over the world and get tons of eyeballs and headlines. Why in the world would you suddenly build a smaller boat like the 41?
I thought I could build something that was a little unique, a little bit different than everybody else is building, so we decided to build one.
Now it certainly is different and unique, and I think the first place to start naturally is with this boat's construction, because most boats, of course, most 41-foot center consoles are simply molded fiberglass. This is not.
Correct. This is a cold molded. It's really a wooden boat wrapped in fiberglass, and it has a different ride and different characteristics than a fiberglass boat. Different sounds. You know, the ride really tells the story of it.
And of course, the ride is dependent not only on the construction, but also on the design, right?
Very much so. The design is the critical point. And the smaller the boat gets, the more critical the design is. So we hired DLBA, Donald Blunt Associates, out of Virginia to design this center console, the same designer that designs our big boats.
And of course, folks, if you're not familiar with Donald Blunt Associates, just Google it. You will discover a wealth of information. That is a long-term firm that has been around for a long time and designed a lot of boats.
Designed a lot of boats and are very good at what they do. We just decided that we wanted something that was proven. It was just going to be a good turning boat and just a good sea boat. You can put this boat in a turn and it's going to bank right around the turn. It's not going to slide. It's not going to do anything.
Now let me ask you something else about design. Since you're building these boats one at a time, by hand, if I want one and I want the live well on the port side instead of the starboard side, can you accommodate that?
We can do anything. It's all custom from the beginning to the end. If you didn't want a 41 and you wanted a 43, we can make it 43 feet.
Ooh, really?
So it's you know, it's again, it's all about design. We can make them wider, we can make them narrow, we can make them faster, we can do whatever you want to do.
There's got to be a drawback.
There's a big drawback. It's labor. The amount of hours that it takes to build one. You know, we can build a fiberglass hull. If you have a mold, you know, in 3 days you've got a nice, shiny, pretty hull with 5 guys. You know, when it comes to building a cold molded boat, we're 6 weeks, 8 weeks, and it's still not shiny and pretty. It's constructed. And the only thing we've done really is save weight.
So Jim, tell me, is there anything else that's really unusual or unique about this boat that folks should know about?
Well, I think the interior is very unusual for a center console. It is a Belkoff Yacht Company designed interior. It's the same interior we put in a 70, 80, or 90 footer. It is all teak with a full stand-up head and shower, a sub-zero drawer, refrigerators. It's got all the things that a big boat has in the center console.
Now, I've been inside some of your big boats before, and it is impressive. Folks, we got to take a look inside the cabin of this boat. One of the most surprising things about going into the cabin of this boat is actually the door. Look, 2 fingers, that's all it takes. It's very smooth, and what's really unusual is I can open and close this while I'm standing in front of it. 99% of the big center consoles out there with a door like this, either it's going to hit your feet or it's going to hit your body. They really did an amazing job engineering this. Come on inside. There is slightly more than a mere head compartment inside of this console. Of course, there's teak everywhere. Comfy cushions, table drops down to turn into a berth, and back on that side, we've got a sink, storage, microwave, refrigerator and freezer, nice slide-out drawers, and got some fun stuff up here. Plus, on top of that, a full stand-up head compartment. It's been a tremendous treat being on this boat today. I tell you what, folks, if you're looking for a 41-footer, you want something that is not the normal. You want to work with art. You want a boat that runs like no other. Please, seriously, you've got to take a Weaver 41 for a test run. Well, all good boat rides must come to an end. Don't miss another cool Fish Talk video. Click below to subscribe.